The music of Latin America is a blend of many traditions. The most important of these are the Indian and Spanish. Even before the discovery of the New World by Columbus, there were highly developed civilizations already here. The most important Indian civilizations in the New World were the Aztecs, who lived in what is now central Mexico, the Mayans, who lived in southern Mexico and Central America, and the Incas, who inhabited western South America in the Andes Mountains. In many ways, these Indian civilizations were amazingly advanced in architecture, mathematics, astronomy, engineering, and agriculture. And their development in the visual arts and in music matched their attainments in other fields. One musical instrument used by the Indians was the conch, a type of seashell. The sound of the conch called people to prayer, announced the time of day, and was used in battle. Baked clay, or ceramics, formed the material from which whistles and ocarinas were made. These instruments were constructed in the shape of animals and gods. Accompanying the ocarina and the whistle are the slip drums. Flutes were made of reeds, baked clay, or even the bones of animals. Although these early Indians did not write down their music, the construction of their instruments allows us to guess at what the music sounded like. We know, for example, that the Indians often used a 5-tone scale. Some flutes made their own harmony, producing 2 or more notes at the same time. Percussion instruments were made out of a variety of materials. This is a rattle made out of deer hooves. Another rattle made from cocoons. Rattles constructed from metal. A rasp made out of a human bone.
Cones, police, Sikovin, sikovin, jokolkim, konis, konis, palisem, sikovin, sikovin, jokolkim.
The Mayan priests sang, "Come, children, hurry, children, worship the sun, for it is fast setting."
Sikovin, sikovin, jokolkim.
Among pre-Columbian Indians, most music and dance was associated with religion. Ancient drawings suggest that Aztec priests may have danced in this fashion in honor of Xiuhtecutli, god of fire. When the Spanish came to the New World, they brought horses and guns and a desire for gold. They fought the Indians. The Indians were conquered, their civilizations destroyed. But the Spanish did more than destroy. They brought a rich culture with them. They introduced to the New World a new family of instruments, the strings. The violin became popular throughout Latin America. The Indians made their violins out of the materials that were available to them. Here is a folk violin made out of cottonwood. This single-string violin was made by the Seri Indians of the Gulf of California. The guitar is another string instrument brought from Spain that became extremely popular in Latin America. Here, too, the Indians of Latin America made their instruments out of available materials. This folk guitar is made out of the shell of an animal called an armadillo. Folk guitars are made in many different sizes. Here is a guitarrón, a large bass guitar. Though Mexican mariachi bands use the 7-tone European scale and instruments which originated in Europe, the sound made by the mariachi is distinctly Latin American.
Uy, 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 ahua.
Spanish dance, such as the flamenco, had a strong influence on the dance of Latin America. In dance also, the Latin Americans changed and added. This is a Mexican dance taken from the flamenco, but distinctly different. It is called Capateado Veracruzano. Here is another dance that can be traced back to the flamenco. It is called the malambo and is danced by the gauchos, the cowboys of Argentina. In Latin America, the ancient musical traditions of the Indians still exist. But these traditions have been blended with the influence of Spain, and in some places, the music of Portugal and the rhythms brought by slaves from Africa. Let's listen to part of a modern composition for guitar by the Brazilian composer Villa-Lobos, who brings many traditions together in his music. The dance rhythms of Latin America have had a great effect on popular music throughout the world. This is the tango. The cha-cha-cha. bossa nova. The mambo. The samba. To finish, let's watch the blend of old and new that make up the songs and dances of a fiesta in the high mountains of the Andes. Couple dances were introduced from Spain, but the energetic rhythm in this dance is of Indian origin. Although the fiesta is held on a Christian holiday, the demon dance can be traced back to the pagan religion of the Incas. This dance was influenced by the jitterbug, a dance once popular in the United States. Latin Americans have built their music from many traditions, and out of these traditions, they have created new kinds of music that, in turn, have influenced the rest of the world.
La llevo en mi corazón y le doy mi inspiración. Quieran mi patria Bolivia como la quiero yo. Quieran mi patria Bolivia como la quiero yo. Ay la 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 la, ay la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Quieran mi patria Bolivia como la quiero yo.